Have you ever looked at your life and thought, I should feel better than this, but I don't? You've done the work. You've followed the advice. You've tried to fix yourself. So why does it still feel like something inside you is missing? Here's the truth. No one tells Generation Z. Your self-worth was never broken. It was stolen. In this video, you'll uncover 3 hidden forces draining your confidence and the exact shift that can help you rebuild your self-worth from the inside out. No fake affirmations. No hustle culture. Just truth. And by the end, you'll finally understand why you feel lost and how to come home. It didn't happen all at once. It was slow, like a silent leak. From the moment you went online, your self-worth became a scoreboard, a number, a mirror held up to everyone but yourself. You didn't notice it right away, but your brain did. Every scroll, another reminder that you weren't there yet. That someone else your age was richer, prettier, smarter, more successful. And without realizing it, you stopped building your identity and started borrowing it. But here's where it gets darker. Because you weren't just comparing yourself. You were slowly being erased. Carl Jung once said, the greatest tragedy is to become a stranger to yourself. That's what happened to this generation. You were raised to perform, not to feel, to impress, not to express, to keep up no matter the cost. You wore the right clothes, learned the right words, posted the right version of yourself. But after all that, you still feel invisible. Because the version of you that people love isn't actually you. And that disconnect is not just emotional, it's spiritual. You don't feel sad. You feel blank. It's a numbness that doesn't scream, it hums. In the background, constantly. You stay busy to avoid it. You scroll to escape it. You joke about it because the truth feels too raw. This isn't laziness. It's emotional survival. You were taught to look strong while quietly falling apart. But the part of you that's breaking is the part that's still alive, still real. And that pain, that ache deep in your chest when no one's around, that's not proof you're failing. It's proof that something sacred inside you still wants to be seen. Because somewhere along the way, you were told you had to earn love, that being too emotional made you weak, that your softness was a liability, that your worth had to be proven. So you started shrinking, shaping, smiling when you didn't want to. You silenced the version of you that was too real, too honest, too you. But here's the truth. You don't crave more recognition. You crave reconnection with the version of yourself that was never allowed to stay. Here's the brutal truth. Most self-improvement content is just disguised self-rejection. It tells you to wake up earlier, journal harder, meditate longer, grind more. And when it doesn't work, you blame yourself again. But you can't fix a broken soul by punishing it more. Carl Jung didn't believe in fixing the self. He believed in facing it, in integrating the shadow, in listening to the wounded voice inside, instead of silencing it. Because your worth doesn't grow when you improve. It returns when you remember. And the memory of who you are is still buried beneath the mask. So how do you rebuild what was stolen? Not by becoming someone new, but by finally meeting the parts of you that you've been running from. Start here. Sit in silence. Not to heal, but to hear. Write to the version of you who gave up trying to be heard. Feel your emotions, even when they're messy or inconvenient. And say to yourself, I am enough, even when I feel broken. Because real confidence, it's not loud. It's not polished. It's not a performance. It's the quiet knowing that you are worthy of your own presence, exactly as you are. And once you stop abandoning yourself, you'll realize you never needed the world approval in the first place. You've been surviving for so long. You forgot what being feels like. But you're not too late. You're not behind. And you are definitely not broken. You are a soul, navigating a system that tried to turn you into a product. But your spirit? It's unmonetizable, uncopyable, unrepeatable. And today, you remembered it. If this video spoke to the part of you that's been silent for too long, don't let it go quiet again. Subscribe. This isn't just a channel. It's a place for people who are finally ready to return to themselves. And we're just getting started.